and we hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and we're so glad to be back with you all.
Yes.
I'm Nancy Kaysen. I'm your host today. I have a little gift shop downtown called the Red Ribbon. Remember, shop local.
Locally.
Please shop
Yes.
local. And Brene Beatty co-hosting, back from California
Yes.
with a dog in her lap. Okay, and
Yes.
Mary Ballard is here with us, a volunteer from the animal shelter. And this is...
Tasha.
This is Tasha.
Sweet
And
Tasha.
she is absolutely fantastic,
She is
folks. She
precious.
really is adorable. She is
She's a
so
14 to 17-year-old, maybe two or three of them.
yes, she does. She does.
Prince George,
And
she is.
She's
oh,
precious.
the
She's
most
so
loving
loving.
thing.
She is an owner surrender. And we talked about why maybe, and it could be because she is a little active, but you know, just a little discipline would work.
Obedience classes will do.
Well, she's
wonders.
she's a smart dog,
she
so
is.
so it
She's
wouldn't
very
take
smart.
long to train this dog, and she is so pretty, and we
Oh, it
have
smells so good.
white dog hair going everywhere.
It looks like it's snowing on
And
stage.
today is the day that Brene and I decided to wear
Wear
black
black
slacks,
pants, yes.
and you know this is that weather, folks, because you know. Last week we about froze to death. I bet you didn't because you were in
No,
California.
I
I
didn't.
figured.
You know, I planned that well.
Yes, you did. And then this week, I mean, you know, it's supposed to be 70 degrees today or something
I know,
ridiculous.
and yesterday
And
afternoon,
here I am in
was
a
walking my dogs. I had to change clothes. I had on a long sleeve shirt, and between, because I had to walk twice.
Right.
I had to change clothes and put on a short sleeve shirt.
I'm
I was
telling you,
dying.
it's wonderful. It's
No,
but-
it's not. It's December.
Well, it is December, but you know, and here I am in my Christmas sweater, and it's
That's really nothing unusual for this
oh, it
area,
is.
though.
It's nothing
It's
unusual.
this way
no.
every year.
No, it is.
It is, and I love it.
I hate
So,
it.
You just
well,
don't know how to dress to go out that
well,
morning.
but
and
the
then
thing
that
about
evening
it
you're
is, that's
stripping.
why everybody's sick. Is because
No, I heard on the Today Show yesterday that doctor was talking about stuff, and she said, no, that's a myth. That it's germs. It's not being cold and
all
hot.
germs.
That you know,
germs.
It's germs.
Okay.
So wash your hands. They.
Okay.
And even when you use the hand sanitizer, it does not take the place of washing your hands, and it's the friction that does it.
Oh, okay.
So, okay, I'll pass
It's-
that
all
on
right,
to
so
everybody.
that's
It's
your
the
little
shopping
tidbit.
around Black Friday and all those other holidays that you
And
have to
people
shop
sneezing
for,
on
and
you.
people
That's
sneezing
right.
on you.
That's right.
Shopping cart handles.
That's right. That's right. Which is why you should shop local.
Exactly.
Okay. Now, Mary, tell us about Sasha.
Okay,
Tasha.
Tasha is a wonderful, wonderful.
She is.
They've
She's
labeled her,
precious.
of course, as a pit type. She is absolutely the sweetest thing. She is dog number 469. So when you call or go by to see her, be sure to ask for dog number 469. They don't know her as Tasha. She was nicknamed that at the last adoption event Saturday at L&M on Spring Place. They hosted the adoption event for Cleveland for No Kill and Animal Control. And it went over really good. We had several good adoptions.
Yes.
And even cats, we had like 3 cats to get adopted.
Oh,
Saturday, too, so
goodness.
was
That is
wonderful,
great.
wonderful.
Tasha.
Tasha is
Tasha.
a female, and her due out date was the 27th of November, so she's getting urgent right now.
Yes.
And you all know what urgent means.
Yes,
I
you
mean,
do.
it
She
means
will
that
be
we
actually-
need to find a home for
And
Tasha.
she would be next on the list.
And
'cause
she
she's
will be
the
next
longest-
on the
and
euthanasia
she-
list.
She's adorable.
Yep.
Yes.
They don't like keeping them around because, of course, there are always someone wanting to surrender their animal or someone who doesn't properly constrain their animal at home, and they get picked up by animal control. So they're getting full again, of course. As soon as a kennel gets empty, it's
Fills up
filled
again.
up again.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's this time of the season is hard too because people aren't paying attention. They're shopping. They're
Right.
They're
Yeah.
busy with
Right.
travel plans
They're-
and family plans. So be sure to include
this dog.
adopting a dog in your plan, a dog, a puppy, or a cat.
However, check the breed. You need to
Yeah.
do research on a dog before, and if you give a puppy for
Yeah.
Christmas, make sure the person you're giving it to wants a dog, and if you're getting it for your child, make sure that you are willing to take care of it.
Exactly.
You know, the kid might play with it, but they're probably not going to walk it and feed it and do all the stuff, do obedience that they need to do.
And don't wrap the puppy and put it under the
No.
tree. Put a dog
Seriously.
bed, a bag of dog food, collars,
Yeah.
leashes, toys as your gift, and then surprise them with the dog later. Because a lot of times the shock for a dog that is opened at Christmas time or just brought out into a big crowd might get a little bit startled. So you really don't want to do that. You really want to do that in a more calm manner.
Yeah, because we get a lot of puppies in February.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
Christmas.
I'm sure you do.
Yes.
And there are dogs have personalities, and there are certain types of dogs that are better with small children, dogs that are better with other children, dogs that are hyper,
Dogs that are better with no children.
Yes, Flavis and I have always had Springers until the one that has adopted us. And Springers are very, they're not as neurotic as Brittany's, but they're very active, and they do spring, and they do a lot of things like that. So if you're not really interested in a really active dog, then don't get one. Get something
And go to
calm.
the shelter and go to the bonding room, take out a dog. They'll bring one to you. You can go back and check them out in the kennels and look at them and test their temperament and how well you get along with them.
And if you have another dog,
Yeah.
Oh,
you're
take that
welcome
dog.
to bring it. And of course, I mean, that's a stressful environment, and the dog isn't really going to show itself at at animal control.
Right.
And if the dogs don't get along, it takes sometimes 2 or 3 months for dogs to, really bond and get
Usually
together.
about 2 weeks to 2 months is a
Yeah.
good bonding time for animals. You can't expect them to automatically be attracted to each other. Although she is very friendly
she's
around other dogs.
real good. And she's good around the cats.
She was good around the cats.
And,
Well, Tasha, you're just a sweetheart.
and there was that family with the 2 rather small children.
Right. Oh, they
And
loved.
she was good with
Oh,
good with them too.
She fell in love
You
with that
just
little
are a
girl.
lover. That's Yes, you are. Oh, thank you for sneezing on me. That is just so wonderful. You are just a lover. Yes, you are. And you just love anybody and anything that's going to talk to you.
But,
and
but
pet you.
after when we were at the event, after we took her out of her crate, of course she's been at animal control and a kennel and everything. But after we took her out and played with her for a little bit, she calmed down. It's just she just needs some exercise. She's a young girl.
Well, how old do we think she might be? Wait a minute, you got my microphone. I
Animal
think.
Control
There we-
has her listed at 4 months.
No,
but
no,
we're
she's-
thinking she's a little bit older because she does
8 to
have
10
some.
months.
She does have some adult
Yeah.
teeth on here.
Yeah, 8 to 10 months, I'd say. I don't know why I keep
my
dusting off.
dear
I'm going to wait till Tasha's off the stage before I worry about this.
I had
But-
on black pants and now
Yes,
they're white.
yes, absolutely.
It's snowing on stage.
But
That's
she
for sure.
is, we think,
dog
8 to
hair.
10 months old.
Yes.
She's not.
Yeah.
It would scare everybody to death if she was 4 months old and still had a year of growing to do.
I know.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
she's a good sized dog.
She
but
is.
She's about what, 35, 40
Yeah,
pounds?
35, 40, yeah.
Now, tell everybody where the animal shelter, in case you all don't know, is located.
Okay, Animal Control
Can you
is
sit?
located at 360 Hill Street. You
Can you
need to
sit?
come out and look at all the
she can.
animals.
She
Be
can
sure to
sit.
adopt one for the
can
holidays,
sit.
and if you
Yes,
can,
she-
adopt,
I love
foster.
that.
There's some rescues out of town right now that are taking some dogs, and we're kind of urgent now that we are needing some foster
Short-term
homes.
fosters,
Big
yeah.
time.
Maybe 2, 3
Anywhere from a
weeks.
night to 2 weeks.
Yeah.
10 days, something like that, because they have to be quarantined in state and get a health certificate
Oh, that's
before
right.
they can travel across state lines with the transport services.
Right. I forget about the quarantine.
Yeah, they have to be quarantined usually.
And the rescues, want to make sure
Uh-huh.
that they don't have
Right,
anything.
right.
So
Right.
that- yeah.
Because they have foster homes that they have to move them into, and they want to make sure that everything is okay. And this also gives them a time to get bedded here, locally. And the adoption fees is $50. And if you want to sponsor a dog, please call Cleveland for No-Kill City at 464-6070. You can sponsor for someone else to adopt. You can foster. You can donate food. There's a food pantry. Kim Nesbitt, she works at the health department, and she's on Facebook. She's pleading for food because we've got some fosters with some very, very, very big hearts, but very limited funds. So
I understand.
right now, food is and blankets
Several of
and
them have several dogs.
Of their
talking
own.
of their own, plus like maybe 3 or 4 foster dogs.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a lot of food when
You
you've got
better
your own
believe it.
dogs.
I was
You
just talking
better
to
believe
a lady just a few minutes ago on Facebook. She's one of the rescuers who also foster, and she has 8 dogs of her own, and she's got 1 foster right now. So, yeah,
Well, her dogs must be a little more social than my dog.
they are.
Because my dog doesn't want
she's
any more
some really
dogs.
Sweet
That's
dogs.
That's why she's over at your house.
That's right. That's why she's at my house, because her real owner already has dogs and she doesn't like the dogs. So, okay, give us some phone numbers,
Okay.
Mary.
Animal Control is 360 Hill Street in Cleveland, just off Inman Street. And the phone number is 479-2122. And Cleveland for a no-kill city. Please go and check out the Facebook page. If you can't make it to Animal Control, they're open from 11 to 5 Monday through Friday and 10 until noon on Saturday. So if you can't make it to Animal Control, please go to Cleveland for a No-Kill City Facebook page and look at the animals there. You can call, you can comment on the page, on the listing of the dog, and ask any information that you want. There are volunteers that go to the shelter every day. There's people who know these dogs personally.
Yes.
So we can get
we
you
sat down for
information if you're from out
2
of
whole
town. We can get you information. We can have a volunteer go and check out the dog for you, give you information on it that we can possibly get. Of course, we don't know at the shelter if they're house trained, although I believe she is.
Yeah,
she waited until we got her out of the crate to go tinkle on the lawn, so here at Cleveland State. And she's
watered the yard.
Water the yard, okay.
So a lot of times we can tell a lot about it. So if you have any questions at all about any particular dog on that Facebook page of Cleveland for a No-Kill City, just ask.
And you know, the perfect gift for someone who has everything, if they're an animal lover and they already have dogs, they can't foster,
Wait a minute.
you can sponsor a dog in their name, you know, and we'll be more than glad to, if you'll give us the address of that person, we'll send them a card and let them know that the dog has been sponsored. You can sponsor 2 dogs, you know, whatever. You know, we would be more than willing to send them a card and let
Glamis and I
them
have
know.
often done memorials.
I'm
When
thinking
someone's
about-
dog has died, we've done
Yeah.
memorials to
I'm
the
thinking
shelter.
about doing that for my in-laws, because I've asked my mother-in-law yesterday what she wanted for Christmas, and she has no idea, and I have no idea. So I'm thinking about
There you
sponsoring
go.
a dog
You
in
reach
her
a
name.
point in your life you don't want things.
No, we don't
I
need
don't
any
want
more
anything else
Right,
I have
they're
to
in their
take
80s.
care of.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Mary,
in their
thank
80s.
you so much for bringing Tasha.
thank
She
you.
is absolutely wonderful, and she needs a home.
And she gives good
And she
kisses.
does. She gives good sugar, and she needs a lot of love. Oh, she's
She needs
just
some
precious.
really, really good
is
kids
just
that
precious.
are play ball with her.
And so we're going to have to clear the stage before our two-legged friends come. But we have some people that are new to the neighborhood, and we're going to introduce them to you. So do not go away. We will be right back after this commercial. Tasha, you are absolutely adorable.
Town Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000 bucks. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
Are you having trouble filing for disability?
Seems no one is concerned about your pain, the waiting, the denials.
While some representatives will meet with you in court, we will meet with you now to discuss your plan. We'll review with you the same file that the judges will see. Call us now, Social Security Law Center at Logan Thompson.
You're entitled to better.
This segment of Tennessee Valley This Morning is brought to you by Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland and 2120 Chapman Road, Chattanooga. For your next new or previously owned vehicle, make it Crown, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, the better way to buy.
And we are back, folks, and we were back with the two-legged friend, and we want you to meet. Yes, thank you, Brian. We wanted you to meet. They're not really. Well, Brian is kind of new to Cleveland, but the next guest isn't new, but they're new in their positions. And so we wanted you to meet them so that you could know who to call in case of an emergency, I guess. But
Or whatever.
No, thank you, Nancy.
Brian Graves is new with the Banner, the Cleveland Daily Banner, and you all know how much Brene and I rely on the Banner. When we do the community calendar, the last part of this, the last 10 minutes or so.
We just read from the Banner.
We just read from the Banner. So
I
Brian,
read it every so often.
That's good. That's very good. So Brian, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm an East Tennessee native.
Good.
I'm born and raised in Harriman. February will mark, even though I've been with the Banner for 4 weeks, I've actually done this, as of February, I've been doing this for 33 years.
Wow.
I've been a journalist, yeah.
You're not that old, Brian.
No.
No, well,
You started at a very
my
early
mother
age.
says I'm not that old either.
Okay,
so-
very good.
And I take
very
her
good.
word for it.
All right, now what is your duty at the Banner?
To do whatever the boss tells me.
I understand. And we know your boss. So,
Other
and
duties
by
have
the
to
way,
sign.
Stephen, thank you. Yes, when I called and asked Brian if he could be on, he said he needed to check with the higher ups, and I said, oh, well.
And he was very nice about
Let
it.
me tell you,
He
if
said,
you
go
have
have fun.
problems, Nancy will call.
And actually, what is your title there, Brian?
Staff writer.
Okay.
My assignment pretty much surrounds the business community, but it's pretty much anything that happens they need me to do.
And because I know you did the article about small business, which was great.
Sure did.
And you also do an article once a week in the paper, and it's called Brian's
It's Graves Yard. Yeah.
Graves Yard.
Graves
Okay,
Yard.
I couldn't.
Yeah.
I knew it was something similar to
I
that.
always wanted to
couldn't-
write a column with that pun in it. I just think that's
It's
neat.
there, and you write good columns
But we
because
do
I've read it.
We're doing it every 2 weeks.
Oh, every 2 weeks.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Well, I didn't think I'd seen it in last week's paper, but I wasn't sure. But
There's one in yesterday's paper
Okay.
That I wrote about teachers, which I hope all the teachers read because I've still just such admiration
were you
for what
nice
those
for
people
to
do.
them? That's good.
They're heroes. They're absolute heroes.
Yes,
and,
they are.
And in fact, just yesterday afternoon, there was another school shooting in Florida.
Yeah.
And people don't realize, and it's sad, teachers just do so much more than teach these days. And I just hope everybody reads that and takes the opportunity to say thank you to a teacher.
Well, good.
And when they go into the profession, I mean, they didn't realize there was going to be hazardous duty. They thought they were going to be working with children. I mean, most of the older
Right.
teachers,
Right.
you're going to, nurture
Right.
these
Well, I
children,
mean,
not protect them from crazy people.
I don't want to give away the column too
Yeah.
much, but I mean, teachers today are finance directors, they're counselors, they're doctors, they're nurses, and sadly, in a lot of cases, they're parents. I mean, they have to do everything.
That's exactly right.
And
And all
that's
the
a soapbox.
paperwork.
Yeah, that's a soapbox thing
Yeah.
for me. I served on the school board in Harriman for 4 years.
Bless you. That's great.
Well, that's kind of a neat story because I was 18 when I ran. I was actually the youngest elected official in the state at the time. The funny thing is, Mom said, go ahead and do it because I know you won't win. But I won and served 4 years, and it was just a great experience for me. I just have a love for the education field. Student taught third grade and discovered immediately that's a gift that I didn't have. and so I let those with the gift and the art do it.
So how did you, if you started out doing student teaching, and then how did you get into the newspaper business?
Well, really a little by accident. I've always been a news junkie. I remember, and I'm going to tell my age, I remember sitting in the floor watching Walter Cronkite, Huntley, and Brinkley. Don't remember a day when
So
I
do we.
didn't.
Yes, so do we.
Those were the good old days.
I remember being in elementary school when they had the moon landings and splashdowns, and I can remember just pitching a fit because the TV was in the library, and my teachers would just have to put up with it and send the whole class to watch. I remember in kindergarten when Martin Luther King was assassinated, I wanted to see this, and it was in a home school setting, and we went up to her kitchen, and I guess 12 or 15 in the kindergarten class, and we watched it. And I'm glad I saw it when it happened. I love that stuff. So I've always been a news junkie. I got a job with a TV magazine, and at the time, it was just putting schedules together, but had a chance to go interview Phil Donahue.
Oh,
through that.
wow.
And then I started working for the local newspaper in Roane County, and I wrote a story. Red Skelton had died, and I'd had a chance to meet him, and I wrote a little something about it. And I was doing building advertising, doing graphics. And I remember 2 or 3 of the guys, there was a wall separating composition where we did graphics from the newsroom. And the day that came out, I saw 3 heads come around the corner saying, "Come to the dark side." and
There's your talent.
Yes,
Writing.
dark side. And so, you know, I've started and just never looked back. I enjoy it. I enjoy news. I enjoy telling a story. And I think that's one of the things about reporting. It's really an easy job. It's as simple. Just tell me what happened. I don't have to embellish it. My job, and I think it's a public trust what we do.
I agree with you on that.
You know, the public has to trust us just like they have to trust a public official. We have to tell you the truth. And, you know, I tell people that I cover, look, I've got my recorder on. I can go through the documents. I'll tell the people what the documents say, what you say, what happened. I don't embellish anything. Here's just the way it is. And I think they respect me for that. Plus knowing I've served on that side of the table, they know I get it. But it's just a matter of telling the people what happened. Now, we have those fun avenues we get to take when I get to interview interesting personalities like yourself. And, you know, I've got to meet some fascinating people along the way. I'll tell you one of the funniest stories, and I'll have to clean it up a little bit. I was working in Cerebral, and Pigeon Forge has a festival every year. And that year, as a spotlight personality, they had Popcorn Sutton. Now, a lot of the audience will know who Popcorn Sutton is.
We
yeah,
do, because
we do.
the museum did a real special on him, yes.
Yeah.
So my assignment was to go interview Popcorn Sutton. And really at that point, I just knew who he was and what he did. The reputation that soon followed wasn't in my purview at that point. I get there, and he's got his old pickup truck. Looks like it'd been beat up all to get out. And he and I sat on the back of that truck, and I always use a recorder. And the reason I do, and Nancy, you'll know it since I've interviewed you, I like to have a conversation. I don't want to just read a list of questions. That makes them uncomfortable, I'm uncomfortable with it. I just want to talk to you, and you talk to me. And people will tell you things sometimes they don't mean to. But anyway, he and I were sitting there. He looks like he's 112, and I found out later he wasn't that old, actually. Just lived a hard life. And one unfiltered cigarette after another, and he was kidding me. He wanted to know if I wanted to sample, that they wouldn't let him sell it, but he went to Burger King and got the ketchup containers, and he could give little sips of it. And I said, "No, sir, I'm working, thank you." And he's telling me he had done a book in conjunction with the University of North Carolina called How to Make Liquor, L-I-K-K-E-R. And he said, we had to make 2 versions of it. And I said, why is that? He said, because he said, well, the first version you couldn't show in Sunday school because I was awfully drunk when we did it. So we had to do another version. And I don't know what struck me so funny about it. I had to clean it up to tell it. Driving all the way back to the office, I could not stop laughing. I had to pull over the side of the road. And I thought, this is just the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. And I get to the office, I'm still laughing. Tears are coming down my eyes. And everybody said, what is wrong with you? I said, I don't know if I can write this or not. I said, just come and listen to the tape. And now everybody else is laughing. He was just a wonderful character. And, you know, stories like that. And then, but on the other side, there's a story, I still tear up thinking about it a little bit. There was a fella who had basically gone blind and needed a cornea transplant. And through a wonderful series of miracles, for no other reason, he got the transplant. And I went up to his house, which was in the mountains, beautiful view. You see the valley and the mountains. He had a big American flag, and with his kids there, and he played guitar. He was a musician. And I am too, so I really loved that. But he was telling me about that first day when he woke up, and he was able, he said, the first thing I saw when I looked out, I saw an eagle fly by the American flag. Well, okay, now I'm crying. And it was wonderful because he was talking about, you know, being a musician, and his kids adored him, and it's obvious there was a great love and affection, a great family. I got a call from the public relations people at Dollywood saying, we want to bring them in for the day, our treat. Well, I mean, you know, to think that I facilitated something like that, you know, and what a wonderful story. I guess another story that there's one story I want to tell, but it's going to be a column coming up before Christmas.
Oh,
so
okay,
I don't,
well, share it.
I
Don't
don't
share
want to
that
tease it.
with us. That's right.
Okay, Nancy, ask me some questions.
Okay, well, first thing I was going to ask you was, did you know Mr. Crass before coming here? Because he's also from Harriman.
No, actually, I did not know him. He is X years my senior. I've been sworn not to repeat those numbers.
I understand. I know his age.
It was funny because I had not met him before, but I went by his office after the second day, and I noticed the Harriman High School diploma. I went, oh, well. But no, we didn't know each other.
Where did you work before coming here?
I came here from Albemarle, North Carolina, which is, just a little northeast of Charlotte.
Okay, that's pretty country over there.
Very nice people. Actually, I was at that job for almost a year when Morganton, North Carolina called. It was a little better position. It was much closer to home, and I said, yes, I'll go, and I had a great 4 months there. Albemarle called me 4 months later, said, would you please come back? I said, well, what can you do? And they did, and I went. And so I was home for a week in October, and I love my family, and I love East Tennessee. I'm a home boy, stay homesick all the time. And I started looking at pictures of things my family done, and I wasn't in any of them. Mm-hmm. And my mother and father, thank the good Lord, are healthy, but getting older. Mm-hmm. The clock doesn't stop for any of us. And it just so happened that was our homecoming week at church. And that Wednesday night, I said something about, boy, it's good to be home. I wish, and one of our members of our church said, we just need to pray that Brian can find something and not have to go home. The next day, I found the posting for the job at the Banner.
Wow.
Immediately contacted. I said, look, I'm here on vacation. I can be there. I came in on that Friday, and a week later I said, when can you start? And so I got to come home.
That's fantastic. I want to tell everybody, because we're about to get on to commercial time here, but I want to tell everybody, if Brian calls and says, I'd like to interview you, he's easy.
Well,
He really
you're very
is.
kind.
I mean, he's very easy to talk with. And then he makes you look really good. If you all read his article that was in the Banner where he interviewed me about small business and the things, what our tax dollar does, I sounded extremely intelligent, Brian.
Well,
You are
I
extremely
didn't make
intelligent, Nancy.
I just told you, I don't make it up. I just write what you say, and you did fine.
Well, we are so glad that you're here in Cleveland. And what are you covering? Just anything like today and tomorrow and the next day? Anything? Or do you have the Christmas parade in the downtown? Is that you?
No, Greg Kaler will be doing
Okay,
those.
very good.
I am probably within minutes of being at Rotary, Sunrise Rotary.
Oh, Sunrise
So,
Rotary, bless your heart. And that's good. So they got you to join Rotary.
Well, I'm covering them.
okay.
I'll wait for the invitation.
Okay.
They're wonderful people. I've been involved in
great club.
Kiwanis and Rotary clubs a lot. Not necessarily as a member, but just with them, helping them when they need it to cover.
Well, Bernays
anything.
was a Sunrise Rotarian
Really?
for a while. Nancy is not, because Nancy can't get up that early in the morning and then sing a nice song. I do this, and that's it, folks. I'm not an early morning person. That's just.
Thank you to Lee Stewart for all of our singing.
Yes, yes.
Bob
Well,
Anderson.
Nancy, I'm not early morning. My joke is, I wake up I get up at 6 and wake up at 8:30.
There you go. After about 3 cups of coffee. So,
No, I don't drink coffee.
oh,
Really?
goodness. You
I
don't
hate
have to
it.
have a caffeine kick?
I know I'm East Tennessee and country boy. I should be drinking. I'm a Coca-Cola guy.
Coca-Cola. That's
Soda.
okay.
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola is good to talk about in Cleveland, Bradley County.
Well,
Yes.
they have built several plants on my pennies.
Yeah,
'cause,
that's good. That's good. And we have one very active plant here that we just love, Brad
Yes.
Jordan and his folks over there.
Yes.
Is there anything, little thing that you'd like to share with us before we go to commercial break?
No, not really. I mean, I'm proud to be here.
We're proud you're here.
I just
Glad to have you.
proud to be here.
Good.
It's very nice of you ladies to invite me.
Well, thank you. I just wanted to introduce you to everyone in Cleveland, Bradley County so that you'll know if Brian calls you, then say yes, because he's really easy to talk to, easy to interview,
that's
and
nice.
very low key and not demanding, and that's great. So welcome to Cleveland. We're so
appreciate
glad
it.
you are here.
Good to be here.
And now you're commuting from Harriman.
Yes.
which is not bad. Was that run down 58 and
Yeah,
across?
no, I do 40 to 75.
Oh, okay,
And,
okay.
and no, it's not a bad commute. And like I say, the sacrifice is very small because I'm home with my family, and that's what I want.
And that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Absolutely wonderful. And so do you happen to know the phone number at the banner?
I am modern like everybody else. I can punch it in on my phone.
I understand. I do this to everybody. I did this to our new minister that came to Broad Street. I said, tell him the phone number. He didn't know it and I didn't know it either. But you have your card.
I have everybody's cards.
Okay, good.
My card says the number at the banner is 423-472-5041.
Okay, and so if anybody needs for Brian to come and interview them and talk to them about something, just give him a call at the banner.
I'd love it.
Brian, thank you so much for coming in and seeing us this morning.
I appreciate it.
And the foggy roads in the morning are not pleasant this time of year, but we do appreciate it. Folks, we'll be right back in just a minute with Miss Bethany McCoy, who is not necessarily new to Cleveland, but she's new to Cleveland in a different position now. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
Town Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000 bucks. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
Are you having trouble filing for disability?
Seems no one is concerned about your pain, the waiting, the denials.
While some representatives will meet with you in court, we will meet with you now to discuss your plan. We'll review with you the same file that the judges will see. Call us now, Social Security Law Center at Logan Thompson.
You're entitled to better.
This segment of Tennessee Valley This Morning is brought to you by Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland and 2120 Chapman Road, Chattanooga. For your next new or previously owned vehicle, make it Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, the better way to buy.
And we are back, and I'm getting this card out, so I'll get this officially. Okay, we have Bethany McCoy, and she's coordinator of community relations at Lee University. Now, some of you may know Bethany from 104.1 and from other endeavors that she's done here, but now she's at Lee.
I am.
So, and we're excited.
I am excited too.
And we are excited. And let's see, Tuesday night, Bethany and I worked the Junior Achievement, what was that thing called?
Voices of Christmas.
Voices of Christmas.
Yes.
And there was a whole mess of people there.
Yes, there was.
School choirs, 4 different school choirs sang right here at Cleveland State and George R. Johnson.
Oh,
Fine Arts.
really?
Yes, and they sang, and we had a whole bunch of people. But I enjoyed working with Bethany, and so I said, hey, by the way, you need to come on the show with me.
We need to see you.
So now,
Introduce you.
tell us what did I just say you were? Coordinator of
Community Relations.
Coordinator.
And Encore.
And Encore.
Encore.
Okay.
Yes.
So tell us exactly what you do since you
Yes.
coordinate community relations.
That's a good question. No, No, in all seriousness, essentially my role is to keep an open line of communication between the Cleveland community and Lee University. So my job is to just get us out there and show Cleveland how much we appreciate them and how much we want to be a part of this community and everything that Lee appreciates about Cleveland. And so that's essentially what my role is. Now that encompasses serving on different boards around town. We have 2 best partners in town with Mayfield Elementary and Arnold Elementary.
Oh, that falls on you also.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So, like Friday, we'll have our Arnold Elementary choir coming and singing in the dining hall for our students and faculty.
How neat.
That'll be a lot of fun. And then, of course, Mayfield sang at the Junior Achievement, Voices of Christmas last night. So those types of things is kind of falls under my role. And then with the Encore program, that's under my umbrella, I guess, as well, and that's for ages 60 and above, and it's another outreach to the community.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yes.
I've taken this classes.
Yay.
Such a deal.
We'll
such
come
a deal.
back next semester. We'll start registering January 6th, so, but we'll have a whole new mess of classes. We have courses specifically for Encore students, and then of course it's also available to take traditional courses as well. So it's just a great program, and I'm really excited to be a part of it.
And you can take 2 for only $25.
Yes.
It's still just $25?
Yes, ma'am.
And you have a student ID that goes with that.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
that gets you into the Cleveland
concert,
Community
the
Concert
concert
Series.
association.
Yes.
But that student ID gets you to the librry and other things
Other
there,
things, yes.
which is wonderful.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that is such a great program. If I did
It
not
is.
live out in the country, almost to Meigs County,
No.
I would do this. I do. You know, we
Nancy.
talked about this Tuesday night. We talked about how far out.
We did.
We did. We talked about how far out. I am very far out, but about 30 minutes. So, you know, it's just not feasible
Hey,
for me.
we have people who drive from Signal Mountain to take these
I know they
classes.
do. I know
I'm
they
just
do.
saying. Just
I know,
just
I know,
saying.
but when I close the shop at 5 o'clock, I'm usually.
You're ready to go home.
Yes. Now, I know that in your agenda now,
Yes, ma'am.
you automatically became part of Junior Achievement.
Yes, ma'am.
You automatically became part of Allied Arts.
Yes, ma'am.
What other automatically did you
Yes.
become?
Main Street Cleveland.
Main Street
Yes,
Cleveland,
I'll
yes.
be a part of the Main Street Cleveland board. I'm actually headed that way, or I went yesterday actually, Wednesday for their Christmas party, and then I'm looking forward to being a part of the carols in the city on Friday, and of course the parade on Saturday, so everyone needs to come out for that.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so Main Street Cleveland, the Historic Neighborhood Association.
Has Anne Marie with Healthy Woman gotten in touch with you yet?
Well, she harassed me a little bit when she found out I got the job. But you know what? I would love to be a part of that because Anne Marie has been wonderful to me.
She is
And
a
I
wonderful
actually
person, yeah.
interned. That's where I started my PR degree, or my PR career, really, was with Skyridge Medical Center under Anne Marie Brewer. And I just can't say enough
honey,
wonderful
you
things
owe her.
about
You
her.
owe her big
Yeah, she's wonderful. She is.
She is.
We always talk nice about Anne Marie.
Yes.
But so these are kind of automatic things that happen once you stepped into this
Yes,
position. Now, how
ma'am.
long have you been there in this position?
I have now been there for almost a month.
Oh, good. You and Brian both, 4 weeks. Here
Yes,
we go. Okay,
yes.
see?
Jump in.
Yeah. Get to check in with us once a week, folks, and you're going to see who's new and what's going on. So you've been there 4 weeks, and you came there from 104.1?
Yes, I had actually originally resigned from 104 in May to take a position in Middle Tennessee. And unfortunately, everything kind of fell apart with that position.
Things
but
were meant to be.
Exactly.
right.
You know, the Lord closed doors, but then He opened them. As soon as one was closed, He immediately opened another door. And so I was working on contract for a family in the community and also for other people in the community and enjoying that time. And this position opened at Lee, and Anne Marie emailed me and said, "You have to apply." So I did, and here we are.
Are you a Lee graduate?
I am. I
Okay.
graduated from Lee in 2009. However, I've been a part of Lee since I was a little girl, and I think that's what is the most exciting thing about this position is that Lee has poured into me so much through music lessons, through the program for academically talented that they used to do when I was younger. I've just been to so many things there and been a part of so many things there, camps and extra courses. And so it's really exciting for me to now be able to kind of turn that around and give back to Lee and give back to the community at the same time.
That's wonderful. Now, Bethany's very talented, and you've actually heard her sing. She sang at a Healthy Woman annual meeting. Remember? She sang the Lord's Prayer.
Yes,
she did. And it was, I may be old, but I can still remember things. It's like my husband says, there are things that you remember that I really wish you didn't, but I do. That was lovely. No, that was lovely. And so Bethany has a beautiful voice, and she's singing in the First Baptist Choir now.
Yes, I am. I'm part of the First Baptist Church Worship Choir, so we'll be singing at Carols in the City on Friday, and then we are having our Christmas performance next weekend. So Lee graduation and Christmas performance on the same weekend. I'm pumped. It's going to be one fun-filled weekend, but
it's a good thing you're young.
Yes, I'm too young to be tired, right?
That's exactly right. You don't need to go prop your feet up between events. That's great.
But we'll be having our event Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So.
Oh, wow.
Now, did you tell me Tuesday night that you also teach voice lessons?
I do, and that's also with First Baptist Church, their School of Fine Arts. They have a School of Fine Arts, and so I teach voice lessons through that School of Fine Arts. It's a wonderful program, and just a great opportunity for students to be able to come into a very, I'm kind of strict, but a fun environment.
That's
and to learn music.
They need a little structure when you're learning music. You need to have fun, but you need a little bit of structure.
Yes.
Now, I'm sure that you're available to speak at Rotary and Kiwanis and anybody else that wants you to speak.
People can just give me a call. My
phone
number, yes, I do. I've got it. 614-8598, and that comes directly to me. That's 614-8598. And they can also send me an email if they want to at bmccoy, MCCOY, @leeuniversity.edu. And all of that information is on our website, which is www.leeuniversity.edu. You'll find encore information and community relations information as well.
And I wish I had thought to tell you to bring us do you know, just right off the top of your head, some of the classes that are going to be taught for Encore?
Well, we're in the process right now of getting those approved, so I'm still waiting on names.
Okay.
But they're going to be wonderful.
Good. Well, of course they are. Of course they are. I need to take an Excel course.
We're going to possibly have one.
Okay, I need to take one of those. I might have to
They have a lot of just personal interest ones.
Exactly.
I took one that was the French one.
Yes.
And it was fascinating.
Yes.
It wasn't just learning French.
The culture.
It was the culture and the foods. The foods. It was a really unique way of teaching the language because it wasn't just memorizing verbs and everything. He is fabulous.
Yes,
he is fabulous.
The great thing about the Encore mini courses is that they are essentially a mini course.
Yeah.
So you're not having to go 2 and 3 times a week. It fits into your schedule. A lot of people, when they retire, they don't really retire. They just retire from one career and go into another. And so this gives everyone the opportunity to still be a part, but only have to attend once a week or maybe twice a week for 4 weeks. Yeah. But it is exactly what it says as a mini course.
Yeah. Well, I have a friend, Sharon Guy, who finished Religions of the World.
Yes.
And she has shared with our Sunday school class, Buddhism and Hinduism and the Muslim religion. But it's been very interesting. So we have benefited, our Sunday school class has benefited from Sharon taking that class.
Great.
And it's been very good. But now, like I say, I need to take an Excel class.
Yes.
But so when will that be published? When will we know what the classes are?
Well, I will be sending out letters in the next couple of weeks with information on all of the courses. and I'll also be posting them online.
Oh, good, okay.
So if people are interested, then they can just send me an email or give me a call. Once again, 614-8598, and I will be more than happy to give that information to them and get them also on our mailing list so that they'll receive the information.
Yeah, I think Ellie may have, by the way, folks, in case y'all are wondering who was there before, Ellie Fall was there.
Yes.
And we've had Ellie on with us numerous times
Yes,
to talk
okay.
about the encore and this and that. But Ellie wanted to go back home to Texas.
She did, and she's loving it.
And that's good for Bethany that
Yes.
she wanted to, because now Bethany is there at Lee and enjoying and loving it too,
Yes.
I'm sure.
Yes.
So this is wonderful, and Lee is so involved in our community, and especially with Main Street. We just
Yes.
love what you all do with Main Street, and I think it's going to be really, really fun this weekend because I think First Baptist Choir is on the
Yes,
post office
we are.
steps, so
we
you
may
all
be there with
kick it off.
umbrellas, but we'll be there.
Yeah, us too. And then they go from you to Broad Street,
Yes,
and then they circle on around. So it's reverse caroling. We're going to talk about that in just a few minutes. So any last minute thing you'd like to tell everybody, Bethany?
Well, I'm just really excited to be a part of the Lee community, but also once again really involved in the Cleveland community as well. So I want people to just feel free to let me know if they have community requests. Anything that they need or concerns that they have regarding Lee, please feel free to contact me. I would love to talk with you. If you're interested in the Encore program, come see me. We'll have a cup of coffee and a little bit of conversation. So.
And if you need a speaker for
Yes.
your club or your civic group,
Yes.
give Bethany a call and let her come tell you about
That's right.
Encore or other Lee activities, because
ma'am.
it's that time of year and
It
y'all are
is.
getting ready to have some wonderful things going on over there.
we are.
So thank you so much for
Thank
being on with us today,
you.
Bethany. I really appreciate it. And have we heard how we did at the Junior Achievement event? I mean, we had a big time. We know that.
Yeah,
And there was a lot of people.
We haven't gotten an email yet.
No, and there was a lot of people there, and a lot of students and their parents, and because each little group that sang, there were 4 schools that sang, and the school that sold the most tickets
Yes.
got a prize donated by Publix, which is our
Yes.
new, So it was a really nice Christmas event.
Yeah.
And I didn't stay for all of it because I've been to Greenville and back that day. So I told Bethany, I said, oh, is it
Yes.
okay if I go home? And she said, yes, so I did. Bethany, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for being
Thank
on
you.
with us, and good luck in your new
Thank
position.
you.
I know you're going to do great
I'm
because you have so
excited.
much enthusiasm.
Thank you.
That's wonderful. Folks, don't go away.
And
Just get out your paper and pencil, and we're going to do the community calendar. And there are some Lee events, I think, on the community calendar that
Yes.
you will want to write this down. So we'll be right back. Don't go away. Thank you, Gal. That was great.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Town Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000 bucks. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
This segment of Tennessee Valley This Morning is brought to you by Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland and 2120 Chapman Road, Chattanooga. For your next new or previously owned vehicle, make it Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, the better way to buy.
And we're going to talk fast because we don't have very much time left, but we had two wonderful guests and the sweetest dog.
Oh, somebody call and
Somebody
adopt that
get that
baby.
dog. That
Yes.
She's precious. Okay,
She is.
this weekend, Friday night is the reverse caroling, and it starts at the old post office, and Mayor Tom and Mayor Gary and Santa Claus will light the tree, and the First Baptist Choir will sing, and then the people will walk to Broad Street and we'll sing, and then they'll walk to St. Luke's and they'll sing, and First Pres and they'll sing. That's fun. Then Saturday night is the Christmas parade. Starts at 6 o'clock. Channel 5 will be there filming live, and you can see it live on your TV at 6 o'clock that night. And then Sunday at 3 o'clock is the Classic Christmas at Lee Con Center. It is open to the public, free, but you do need tickets. So call 614-8343 and get your tickets, because even though that auditorium seats 1,200 people, I promise you it'll be full for this Classic Christmas. What you got, Miss Brene?
Okay, the Prospect School has started a running club. The teachers did to try to encourage, the students to exercise. And I think they had like 35 students sign up. The teacher who started it said she was amazed,
I can imagine.
for a first time. And they started off slow and increased their distance, and they wanted to combine this with raising money for security fencing at the school.
Yes.
And so they are having a Santa Hustle 5K run, and it's Saturday, and registration begins at 8:30 and the run starts at 10. The cost is $20 per person, and all the proceeds will go to the school. And for more information, you can call Eric Coffey at 619-7883. But she said even the article was in the banner.
Of course.
Yes.
Thank you, banner.
Yes, and she said even parents have started taking up running because their kids are so interested and excited about it.
I think that's great.
It's
wonderful.
It's
so healthy.
That's a neat school.
It is.
They
It is.
do a
And their
lot out
best
there.
partner is Centec.
Oh, really?
Yes. So I wonder if Miss Cheryl, who, by the way, if y'all didn't know this, Cheryl Dunson ran track at the University of Alabama on scholarship.
That's right.
Yes.
I wonder if she's going to be out
I don't
there.
know. I need to call her
Yes.
today and ask her if she's going to come, if she's going to go out and run 5K.
5K, yes.
Because she was cross country.
Oh, yeah.
So she ought to be
should
able to do
yeah.
it. Yes, if she stayed in shape. Now.
Yes, there is that.
There's always that. All right, December the 7th and the 8th, which that would be Saturday and Sunday.
7th and 8th, yes,
7th and 8th,
Saturday
7th
and
and 8th.
Sunday.
December's going too fast. At 3 o'clock at the Dixon Center is the Nutcracker. Now, if you have never seen the Nutcracker, it's just something you must see one time for the Christmas holiday.
Or every year.
Yeah, we used to do it every year, but
I know.
finally my son said, no more. Tennessee
Mine did
Youth
too.
Ballet will be doing it at the Dixon Center. I'm sure tickets are available there at the door. 3 o'clock Saturday and Sunday at the Dixon Center.
Yes, and in Athens, a Jazzy Little Christmas 8 will open Friday and runs through December the 8th. Uh-oh. Yeah, Friday. So that must be Saturday and Sunday. And it's at the Sue E. Trotter Theater at the Art Center in Athens. And it's perfect for music lovers looking for a kickoff to the season. And the show begins at 7:30 p.m. Advanced reservations are required. To purchase tickets, you can call 745-8781. And that's the Art Center.
And Bethany told you that the Arnold Memorial Choir was going to be at Lee Friday, but they're also going to be at 9:30 Friday in the library community room singing. So if you want to get the Christmas spirit, go by the library at 9:30.
Exactly.
And there's a place you can get some coffee there at the library.
Yes. Oh, and they have good desserts.
And
too.
they have good desserts too.
Yes.
So maybe you don't want a breakfast dessert, but you might. Scones, whatever scones. Okay, and
English biscuit.
and do that. That's right.
Yes.
So that is Friday morning at 10:30. What else you got, Gal?
Okay, runner walk through the 4th annual Jingle Bell Jog God, try saying that real fast.
Yes, Jingle
three
Bell
times.
Jingle.
On December the 7th, that's this Saturday at Tinsley Park. Ooh, lots of runs Saturday. Okay. It's a family fun event for all ages. The mission is to offer hope, help, and utility assistance to families during the winter months.
Oh, what a neat idea.
That is. And there'll be prizes, trophies, free T-shirts to all who enter. Registration begins at 9 and the race starts at 10. Online registration is at www.clevelandjinglebelljog.com.
How about that?
Yes.
Okay.
And all of this information is in the newspaper.
It is. It's all in the banner, folks. But if you don't subscribe to the banner, shame on you.
Exactly. You're out of luck.
So now tonight at First United Methodist Church, and it's not necessarily open to the public, but I guess I'm opening it to the public because it's the Cleveland Music Club, and it's open to the members of First United Methodist. It's open to the Cleveland Music Club, but R.G. Wolf, and we've had R.G. on here before because he started the Cleveland Community Band. R.G. has written an operetta called The Calling. And I have a part in The Calling.
Really?
Yes, yes. We're going to see how it goes. But anyway, it's a cute little operetta, and it starts at 7:30 at First United Methodist Church. So
I read that
come
article
on and
in the story.
slide
It
in.
sounds
Yes,
so cute.
so come on and slide in the back door if you want to sit there and listen to this RG's operetta.
And on December the 12th, I think that would be like next Tuesday?
I'm telling you, December's
Wednesday?
going.
I don't know. Anyway, the Polar Express will be
one of
shown
my
on
favorite
December
shows.
12th at 6:45 at the library. Wear your pajamas and bring a blanket. Popcorn and hot cocoa will be served. And A Christmas Story will be playing for movie night on December the 17th. That is one of my all-time favorite movies.
I love it.
Yes.
And we have all kinds of Christmas events. Bethany told you that First Baptist, not this weekend, but the next weekend, has 3 performances of their Christmas musical. I know that Sunday night at Broad Street at 6:30 is the Hanging of the Greens, which is always very, very nice. And it is readings and music, and they decorate the sanctuary. They bring the greens in, and they tell you what each one is representative of. And there's all kinds of choirs singing for that, and that is open to the public at Broad Street Sunday night at 6:30. And
Saturday is an adoption event for
Oh,
Cleveland
yes.
for a no-kill for the
Yes.
animals, and these animals need out for the holidays. They need homes too, and it's going to be at Tractor Supply from 9 until 2. And if it rains, you can go on their Facebook page. Generally, if it rains, it's too bad for the animals to bring them out, so it would be over at Animal Control. But come on out and find yourself a wonderful family member, furry family member.
And Tractor Supply has been wonderful.
Oh, they are absolutely fabulous helping us out with all of that.
And the weather is supposed to be rain today, rain Friday, rain Saturday.
Well, no, actually,
You think
there's
not?
only a 20% chance of rain until Saturday night, but it's going to rain into Saturday morning early.
Okay.
So, but I mean, you know, I wouldn't be a weather forecaster for
I
all
wouldn't
the
either,
tea in
and
China.
not in this part of the world. No,
'cause,
this is
you
terrible
know.
too. But it may rain on the Christmas parade, but take your umbrella.
Take your umbrella.
and
Don't let
go
it
out
rain
there.
on your
Don't-
parade.
That's right. Don't let it rain on your parade. Folks, thank you all so much
Yes.
for being with us this week, and we'll be back with you next week. And I think that our guest is going to be Dr. Carl Hyatt. Supposedly that's...
We're going to kiss Carl goodbye.
We are going to kiss him goodbye because Brene and I both know Carl, and we have known him since day one.
Day one,
and
yes.
so we appreciate
Lovely
him,
man.
and he's wonderful. And
He is.
And we are really losing, Cleveland's really losing a fantastic citizen. So hopefully it'll be you, me, and Carl.
Sounds like a plan.
That's it. So folks, have a great weekend. Get out there and enjoy the activities downtown
Yes.
and all the other activities that are going on.
Get in the spirit.
Get in the spirit. That's right. La
Yes.
la 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 la. Oh, and happy birthday, Joe Palo.
Yes, happy birthday, Joe.
We forgot.
I know. Oh,
Happy
darn.
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Joe. Happy birthday to you. Bye, folks.